Concafa SC aims for a place in the round of 32 against Real Atletico. It's hello from Tony Husband, watching pitch side here in Kerry. Emmanuel Ledesma got the winner for that man, Pat McAfee's side, earlier on. A 3-1 victory for them to start the tournament against AFC Bournemouth veterans and legends. And these guys are trying to become legends in the soccer space. Real Atletico, a team largely made up of players from American football, baseball and basketball, here to prove that they can transfer those skills onto the soccer field in 7v7.
Right from the start.
Pat McAfee's Concafa SC won their first game of the tournament this morning. They go for a place in the round of 32 tonight. Alexis de Silva is our referee, and Concafa and Real Atletico is our early evening entertainment from WakeMed Sports Park. Real Atletico playing from right to left. They're in the sky blue type shirts, and the unmistakable kit of Concafa in the black and grey, and a team that has been reloaded for this year and is a real contender. This is one of the new recruits, Drew Ruggles, who played on the 2023 winners, Newtown Pride. Mario Alvarez gets a start for them as well. This is a team that got their third goal through Ledesma on that left foot that he's just played infield. The relative minnows of the competition, Real Atletico, but this man, Kino Asensio, scored their goal in what was ultimately a 3-1 defeat to the Wrexham Red Dragons in their debut in the tournament. The Dragons, an experienced group, of course. So we would suspect that the likes of Ruggles and co will get past this group, but you never know in this competition. Free kick inside the penalty box. I'll be joined in the commentary box in just a moment by Lloyd Sam, who's rushing down. A reminder of the rules as we get things underway. It's 7v7, 20-minute halves. There are no offsides or throw-ins. You kick the ball in. You've got to advance the ball every 8 seconds, and every match will end in a goal with what we call target score time. We'll explain more about that as things go. Delighted to say Lloyd Sam has joined me. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
What's happening,
Lloyd
Tony?
Sam, how are you, my man? Oh, and how are Concafa? They got a chance. Ledesma! Oh, over the top it goes. It's going to be a corner. Well, what an introduction for you, Lloyd. Break that one down for us.
Don't worry about me, Tony. There's some action out there. Look at this. Great chance early on. Gets behind it. His body in the way. Wow. Took that in the chest.
Derek Huffman with the shot. 2 minutes in then. Concafa starting on the front foot. Ledesma, he thought about it on his right. He goes to the left. Blocked. And they'll retreat. Started with Ijimadu in goal. Tony Viola and Tab Ramos, two great names of US soccer in charge of this Concafa team. Pat McAfee dressed and ready for action, I think, at some point tonight as well. He didn't play this morning. Reguet was a scorer earlier today.
Tony, how are you finding TST then?
I'm loving it.
Are you loving it?
I'm at times bewildered,
yeah.
but it's thrilling. And my word, this is a challenge of getting across rosters and getting across substitutions. Of course, we have the rolling subs. Yeah. My word, my friend, this is great stuff. It's so good to have you with us here.
I appreciate that. I was asked if I wanted to play, and I said this is too difficult for me at this stage. Let me commentate these games, but love watching. Target score time. What just happened in the Villarreal game? I don't know if you were aware.
Yeah.
Defended all game, sat back, didn't even hardly had a shot. Target score time came, scored from a corner.
Wow.
3 points.
Yeah, I'll remind you of the scores as well as they run across the screen for you. As there's a shot from the left-hand side. It's carried over the top. And it's going to be another corner. This has been a strong start from this group who won this morning.
Concafa, they've really recruited. Them getting number 19, Chad Porch, who was the goal scorer in the final last year for Bombonera. What a big pickup that was.
That's right.
You can tell there's a lot going on behind the scenes and who can sign who, and Porch must have been expensive. I'm not going to speculate.
he's a $1 million man, Lloyd. I think he is expensive. Reget now with the chance to square it. Oh, Mijatovic hit it! Oh, and it's tipped over. It'll be another corner. Oh, this is incessant pressure here, Lloyd.
Yeah, got to say, Mijatovic, another TST legend, stepping up here. And it's blocked right in front of the goal. Weather the storm right now.
32-year-old Drew Ruggles with the corner. And that was Mijatovic again. And Grella's touch. Oh, and it was just put wide. Thomas Sana was there. So while we reflect on that, here are today's players to watch, presented by soccer.com. And on the Concafa side, you've already seen Emmanuel Ledesma in action. It was his goal that ultimately was the winner against Bournemouth earlier today, a 3-1 victory. So look out for his left foot. He's been in prime form so far. And Kina Asensio, well, he scored against Wrexham. Oh, here's a chance for the opener. Great save by the keeper. It's turned away. Asensio has his own place in history. He's the only scorer in Real Atletico history at TST. Sana there denied as we go to a corner.
Yeah, it's a poor giveaway. Playing out a bit too casual. Get robbed. And what a great chance that was, and big save.
Here's Mijatovic.
This has been as one-sided as it gets.
Yeah, this is a Concafa team with an all-time record in this competition now. 5 wins, 2 defeats. They found their groove in the competition last year, but they've made a winning start already this year with getting that win over Bournemouth.
I talked about Chad Porch coming in, Drew Ruggles as well. And there's my boy Mike Grella trying to cross it in. Hope he's a bit fitter than he was last year. I think he wasn't really sure what to expect.
Well, I think there's a few people who've had a surprise, isn't there, with what it took on him. And I've seen a few great veteran players today just blowing a little bit after a few minutes and thinking, oh, okay,
I need names, Tony. Who have you seen?
I was watching the Bournemouth lads earlier on.
Oh, yeah.
Some great players from down the years as it goes out for a goal kick. But, you know, I think in the early stages, they found it a little bit difficult. Ultimately, were beaten. They finished more strongly. I think they might get better as the tournament goes on.
Oh, yeah.
The Drunken Monkeys were giving Plymouth a really good going over, but Plymouth got the win. In that game this morning.
Tony's only been watching the English teams, or what?
These are the games that catch my attention,
okay,
and they're nearest to me.
Yes, true.
I did see Club America earlier, and they came back into it and took it all the way to a level score in target score time, only to lose.
I looked at their team and the ages in their team, it was quite up there.
It was.
What happens is the first year you come with the older players, and the next year you come with a mixed group.
Yeah. It was the odd 4 before, rather than 3 in the age column.
Oh, was it the odd 4? Uh-oh.
And that was the first digit as well. That was the problem, I think.
Yes, that is the problem.
Let's see what Real Atletico can do here. They launch it forward. They're looking for Madrano, who's up front for them at the moment. But they're a group. These guys have perfected their sporting skills generally across other sports. So it's fantastic to see them out here.
That is a very interesting concept to come into a soccer tournament with, right?
How about this guy, Zat Knight? Did you play against him?
He's a friend of mine, Zat, actually. Did I play against him? I wasn't playing enough Prem games at the time. I only played the 10. So
I've just got you just out of the era.
Yeah. But I know him more from after my career.
Right.
Good guy.
Brakshay. Forward it goes. Porch saved.
Chad Porch is better than that, by the way. That is a good chance there. I want to see him strike through it.
Chad Porch, the man who scored that $1 million goal last year. You know, his parents were watching the post-match interview, and they were very pleased when he gave a very sensible answer about what he'd do with his share of the winnings. He was going to be paying off some debts, some student loans, credit cards, the lot. A year on, I'd like to ask him, is that what you really did?
He was going to give it to the parents when you said they were pleased.
Do you think the master debt might have actually been owed to them?
I wonder how the $1 million breaks down, though. You know, it goes to a few people. You think you're probably going to buy a house, and then by the time you've had your party, I wonder what's left over. Or maybe I'm just exposing myself.
Well, I'm going to say, your parties must be good.
Oh, they've died down. The age starts with a 4 now, so it's died down a little bit for me, Tony.
You can bring the budget down then a little bit.
When I turn up, though.
trying to turn at the near post, and ultimately Huffman denied. So they're keeping it at 0-0. It's flown by. We're well halfway through the first half. No score. Concafa, remember, won earlier today. Real Atletico, they were beaten by Wrexham Red Dragons. They showed some offense, though, from what the stats show me, Lloyd, on that game. They had 25 shots in that game, but they only converted one of them for a goal.
25 is a lot of shots. They had to be pressure to get 25 shots. I just need to know some of these other sports or fields they've excelled in, because I'm like, what? How do you then turn that into this? It's quite an interesting concept, but that's the beauty of the tournament.
Yeah.
You'll get a team, you know, Albanian team from Switzerland, and then you'll get an Air Force team. It's crazy.
This is some nice football, and if they can deliver the cross here, they had a man lurking at the back post, but ultimately Mario Alvarez was across there to help Ruggles out on some defending.
Oh, Ruggles a good player.
Yep.
Done well last year. I believe he was on Nani FC last year.
He was indeed, a losing finalist last year.
Yeah.
It's Madrano bringing it away. Just a reminder for those of you watching this tournament for the first time, we have rolling substitutes. There's a sub box opposite us. You can see the players lurking by the assistant official on that far side. You can have 3 in there at any one time. And as Zat Knight hits from distance, it's not just all the players down there hobbling on the sideline. Alexis Nunes is down there as well with a special guest for us. Alexis.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tony. I've actually got the $1 million man here with me now, but in a Concafa shirt. Chad, talk to me about exactly the experience that you had last year and now joining up with Concafa.
Yeah, obviously it's an honor to be here. Right? It's an incredible tournament. It's professionally run. And the run I had last year, I mean, it's an unforgettable moment. I'll never forget. You know, obviously winning with Obama Air, and I'm close with those guys. And it's an honor to be here with Pat McAfee and ex-U.S. men's national team players, and let alone MASL players. So, like, got good chemistry. Squad's looking good. Won the first game, so, yeah.
Won the first game in style. I was saying that you guys are out there looking like prime Barcelona. Lots of possession-based football, going for chances. You kind of are doing the same thing here. Is that the plan? Is that the identity of this team?
Yeah, I mean, it's small-sided, so it's got to be played a little differently. Have a lot of patience, right? Because the team can be compact defensively, and you got to break a team down. So the more possession you have, you know, the more opportunity you can get with creating chances. So we're doing a good job of that.
Now, final question, and probably the most important question, because our commentator, Tony, remembers your very nice interview last year after you won. And he said that you made your parents proud because you said you're going to invest that money, pay off some debts. Did you really, or did you go, you know, boat party or something?
Student loans, credit cards, yeah.
No party?
No, I'm sorry?
No party, no luxury purchase?
I was a little vacation, but yeah. Yeah, so you got to enjoy it while you can. So, you know, life is short, so you got to enjoy the good moments.
Love that. Vibes, but in responsible ways. Sure. All right. Thanks so much, Chad.
Appreciate it.
Too responsible.
Too responsible. It wasn't like that. I'm gonna say in your day, it went over the top. There you go, Lloyd. That's where you went wrong. You see, you didn't invest those early bonuses.
Brand new Rolex is what I was expected to hear.
There he is. Well, that's good. He lived up to his word. You see,
yeah, he's thinking, I want another $1 million.
And well, that's the thing. Maybe he'll spend it more lavishly this time.
If they win, but Concafa, there's a swagger about them. It feels like they've really worked.
Oscar Jimenez. And broken up and brought away. This is Ledesma. Emmanuel Ledesma on the left foot. Oh, he's done it again. Ledesma has been on fire on day 1 at TST. And he puts Concafa into the lead.
That's a good goal from Ledesma. Knew what he wanted to do the whole time. He lets the ball roll. There is one back by Mijatovic. He's got a lot of time. He just lets it roll. And then he uses the hips and just closes it off at that near post. Really good finish. And good celebration as well. We're saying there's a swagger about Concafa, though. It's as if they know that there's a lot of stars and experience, even in the coaching staff, and that they know they're going to win games in this tournament.
Yeah, I went across, had a chat with our good friend Tony Miola and Tab Ramos earlier today, and they felt they had a really strong group compared with what they had last year. And last year, they lost their first game, and then they went on a real run. They won 4 in a row before finally exiting the tournament. Now, they've got a little bit of defending to do. And there's some arms in there that shouldn't be, so it's going to be a free kick. So maybe a chance. Well, we said they had 25 shots this morning, this Real group, so they're going to have a chance for one now.
I'm just not seeing where the 25 shots would have come from. Judging from how this one is going. Well, here's going to be one.
Theodore Stamatopoulos is standing over this. Also there, Junior Palacios.
Junior Palacios, that's my old teammate from Miami FC, seriously.
You fancy him to hit it, or?
Nah.
Looks like Theodore. Here he comes. What a run up! Oh, wide.
You really like that run up. That was a run up, huh? If only the shot could match the run up.
Yeah. That's from the pavilion end, isn't it?
They've left it open there. You know, the goalkeeper wanted to see the ball. Would have liked to have seen that on target. But Junior Palacios, very physical defender. He was told off a few times in training for being a bit too aggressive and hurting his own teammates.
That's good insight. And, you know, for all the nature of this and the 77 and the fluid nature of it, you know, discipline's still crucially important. The decision-making so important as well. You don't often have a lot of time on the ball in the final third. As Pacheco is on for Concafa. Porch pinches it. Mijatovic. Oh, nice touch looking for Porch again. It's hooked away by Podmeli, but back it comes. Those numbers in the middle. Justin Merrim bolstering the numbers.
That first touch should have been better there.
Oh, squares it. Set up nicely, and the keeper, after a bit of scrambling, is going to get hold of it. Costanzo is in there. Visit soccer.com, the official store of the soccer tournament. See the shirts of all the competing teams proudly in there. Some great merch on site and indeed online.
The tournament's getting bigger every year. Oh, that's pretty poor there. Kicking it out of play. It's been all Concafa. Concafa need that second goal just to get a little bit of daylight. Oh, there's Justin Merrim.
Oh, they missed him out. And again, the cross at the near post is blocked. Costanzo again. They got plenty of time in these kind of positions, Concafa, and they can dictate the game. They're very much doing that. Look at Porch. Oh, look at this run. Oh, he sets it up for Huffman. It's in! 2-0 Concafa. Oh, and that was worked beautifully. Porch drove up the middle. Huffman finished. They're in charge.
And that's why they call Chad Porch the $1 million man. He just hits turbo, goes past a few players, and then gives it to the open man. It's a good finish, strikes through it, back of the net. Well, that's all about Chad Porch there. Chad Porch was in second gear before that moment and just showed how he can just turn it on.
It's a stony-faced Tony Meola behind there, but they'll be pleased with Porch. They're not going to give anything away yet. The job is far from done, and particularly, of course, in the way these games work with target score time. But the challenge, the mountain for Real Atletico to climb. I thought it was a pretty steep one pre-kickoff, Lloyd. I think it's getting steeper.
It's getting steeper. You know, I feel like this is a big learning lesson getting into these games. And but Concafa have had their learning lessons. That's the important thing. That was last season. There's just too much experience in this Concafa team for them to slip up in this kind of game.
Yeah, a lot of chatter over on that sideline there as they try and figure out a way not just to try and get back in the game, but also to just try and control what's coming at them from Concafa. Mike Foss is out there now for Pat McAfee's team. The McAfee show, you know, was over on the stage earlier, and when Drip won their game, they went charging over to celebrate.
Oh, really?
Pat's on the air. Oh, and, of course, you know what a chilled-out show his is.
Yeah,
I think you'd be perfect for it, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Get me on there.
They mobbed it. They mobbed it. Oh, now, here they come again. This is a chance for number 3. And it's gone in. I think that's an own goal.
It's Palacios.
Palacios has turned it into his own net. Concafa are now 3 up, and this is a commanding lead in the first half.
I'm sorry to say, my old teammate Junior Palacios, he used to cut my hair as well, very skilled barber. But he's in a tough situation here. Drew Ruggles is at the back post, and he can't keep it out. He has to touch it. Not much he can do there. 3-0.
And Pat McAfee makes his first appearance on the field in the 2025 tournament. Remember, the reason his team is here is because he watched on TV the first year and said, what is this? Can I be part of this?
Yeah.
And sure enough, last year, along he came, brought the show.
Yeah.
They're going to be here tomorrow as well. And
well, hold up play.
This is see what he can do here. Does he get? Oh, he lining up an assist. He's tracking back.
Oh,
look out!
That. What? He's quick, McAfee.
He's sharp. He's blessed with a golden boot if ever there was one. Oh, it's a good effort, and it's saved. First real save for the keeper, Ejimadu, to make.
It's a nice half-time. So
it's flown by. And for Concafa, it has gone swimmingly because they have a 3-goal lead. Pat McAfee only needed for the last 60 seconds or so. A cameo perhaps for him. We may see more of him in the second half, but right now, Concafa SC, they're on a path to the knockout rounds of TST. Half-time, and we'll break it all down in just a moment.
They're good. They're fun.
The soccer tournament is presented by RBC Wealth Management, the official wealth management partner of TST.
And we welcome you back to WakeMed Sports Park in Cary, North Carolina. Pat McAfee will be a happy man right now because his team 3-0 up on Real Atletico at half-time, and so they've got 1 foot in the round of 32. Lloyd, Sam, there's the half-time numbers for you. What do you make of those?
I'm not surprised by it. 10 shots, 7 on target. It's been, if there was possession there as well, that would be about 75%. Concafa look ready for the tournament. That was a really good first half from them, and I don't see them letting off the gas.
Well, we'll see just how the second half plays out. Concafa are in charge right now. Is there any way back for Real Atletico, or is this team in full control? Find out after the break.
Today's broadcast is presented by Coca-Cola, the official fan refreshment of TST.
Welcome back to our coverage on ESPN of TST 2025 here in Cary, North Carolina. Now we've got Pat McAfee joining me right here because Concafa up against Real Atletico, and it's all one-way traffic so far, Pat. You guys are dominating once again.
Alexis, as are you. The Concafa team has really shown up prepared this particular year. Last year, I told you earlier we didn't know what we were doing. This year we do. I told the boys we get a 4-0, I'll go on the field. We're up 3-0, I get a chance to go out there, not embarrass myself too bad. The boys are rolling, and we're having a good time doing it.
How'd you feel after that? A little winded, I heard you telling everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't ran or touched a soccer ball in a long time. So, kind of throwing both together, going to be exhausted. I tried to do a little Zlatan Ibrahimovic up there, as a target. Just couldn't communicate with Breck Shea properly. I'm going to puke probably from exhaustion, but the boys are rolling.
One of the things that we loved about you last year is that you married American football with football. We saw a little bit of NFL-esque tackles out there, but have you kind of, I suppose, maneuvered around that now?
No, our team likes to be a tough team here. That's Concafa football. And I think that's why America calls us their sweetheart. So Concafa's going to continue to play our style of ball. And the boys are big, the boys are fast, the boys are strong. And I think we're ready to win this whole thing.
Now, we saw a couple of goals in the earlier game, dominant performance. You guys have quite an advantage right now. How many more goals do you want to see from you boys?
Well, I said 4-0 I go on the field. They made it 3 in the first half and forced me on the pitch. I would like to see 6 so we can get comfortable because, goals for and against is a big deal in this tournament. So we need to pile on. Last year we got caught in a couple situations where, maybe target score time was a little sketchy, a little close. We need to bury them. And I think the boys got the message at halftime. Tony Meola really drilled it in their heads.
Yeah, well, you heard it here from Pat McAfee. They want to bury them, and so far so good, Tony.
Bury everybody.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
No, I feel like it's a line from his WWE performances. It's no mercy.
No mercy. It's
No
ruthless.
mercy.
Wow.
Yeah.
3-0 up at halftime. I did like what he said about being prepared this year. It feels like that, though. They look fitter. They look like they've got better players. Well, they've recruited, Chad Porch, Andrew Ruggles. That already sends a message to everybody else.
Oh, but they might give one away here. Stone is just coming in goal. Oh, brilliant defending on the line. Ledesma. Oh, that's fantastic. Maintaining a clean sheet for Concafa. Ledesma, who's been outstanding in attack. Oh, brilliant in defence.
It's brilliant. Brilliant football and brilliant defending. Wow, Ledesma scored earlier. Stops one on the other end. Really good work from him.
Jonathan Silva must have thought the goal was gaping for him. Well, that might have just made things interesting. Start of the second half. Just been hearing how Pat McAfee's very confident to see his side. He wants them to go on and score 5, maybe 6. Oh, nearly, it was 3-1.
Yeah, that's a wake-up call a little bit. If it hits the back of the net, it's even more of a wake-up call, but it turns into another great play for Concafa off of that line.
That was a high ball forward for Leggett, scorer this morning in the victory over Bournemouth. Ledesma's touch. Leggett takes it wide. They got numbers in the middle as well. There's the run, and Sana beaten to it.
You heard me all tell him, move, Sana.
Yep.
And he went running across that box. Tony Miola, that is.
Yeah, Tony Miola, great to see him with the group, assisted by Tab Ramos. A lot of experience from all of them down on the sideline and moulding this Concafa team into what we see out there at the moment, which is a machine right now. Ruggles trying to set up a Sana. Broken up by Oscar Jimenez. Out to this right-hand side it goes, and that's a good shot. And carried away, it was Podmelli.
Well, hang on a minute. Atletico have been the better team in this second half so far.
What was in the halftime drinks for them? Something's just perked them up here.
Yeah, something has changed a little bit. Still a long way to go for them.
Here they come again. Just a little bit of a shock for Concafa. The way this is working, that's another shot. Comes flying in from the right-hand side. So we'll have to wait to see if Concafa can catch them on the break. Justin Merrimbach out there, Raki international, very experienced player in Major League Soccer down the years. Reminder of the other games going on at the moment. Borussia Dortmund in action. Our colleague Michael Lahoud, who's been in the booth here with me today, is out there playing. Wrexham are leading Bournemouth. That's significant for
that is a
these
good game.
teams.
You wouldn't have missed that one, would you? You know, 2 teams from the UK, you would have been right there.
Plymouth and Plymouth in action right now as well. Winners against Freedom United at the moment. They're in the first half. There are 7 fields here. There's so much going on.
So much. You hear screams from another field when you just look over. You don't even know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I said to somebody earlier, it's a little bit like being on at a golf event. You know, you hear somebody holds a putt. You're on the 10th hole, and somebody on the 18th has done something special.
That's right.
Out comes Theodore.
Yellow card issued to Real Atletico's number 16.
And that's his second yellow card, actually, of the tournament. If he gets a third, he would miss the round of 32 should Real Atletico get through.
2 games, 2 yellow cards already.
Yeah. Walking the tightrope now then. Going into their 3rd game, which will be against Bournemouth tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Grella's little touch on for Porch.
And speaking of discipline, did you see any of Aguero's team this morning?
No, I didn't see them.
Wow.
Selección Potrero.
That's the one.
Going to see them shortly here on ESPN as well.
Yeah. Oh, they were physical. There could have been 2 red cards in that game, 2 elbows. But moreover, the team has come prepared again. You know, they were a bit over the top a little bit with the challenges, but Sergio Aguero was running all over the place. Revenge tour for him after going 0-3 last year.
I bet. Got a couple of his brothers on the roster with him
Yes.
as well this year.
Last year, his brothers started. This year, they're coming off the bench. That
Right.
tells you how the team has changed.
They might have just had a little look at their group. Yeah, he selected a good group from the Potrero tournament,
That's right.
which takes place in South America.
That's great, Tony. First year in TST, you know it all already. You've done your research. I love it, Tony. It's what I would expect.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that. Most of the time you listen to me, you're thinking, what? No, I've had my head down for a couple of weeks on this, going through these rosters.
Good to have you.
That's nice to be here.
In this game, Real Atletico, they could do with putting one in the back of the net just to bring some doubt a little bit.
Ruggles.
The other way.
Oh, he can hit them! Oh, yes, Drew Ruggles! A left foot beauty! And he's got a dance to go with it. And Concafa are rolling at TST. 4-0.
Got to say, Drew Ruggles, TST royalty at this point. Great strike on his left foot. Really good technique. Giving a bit too much space. And that really rippled into that net.
Well, Ruggles knows what it's like to go to the final in this competition. That's all he knows when it comes to TST. A winner with Newtown Pride, a finalist last year.
Stay there. Justin.
And that's invaluable experience. I mean, how many, this is the 3rd year, so how many winners can you actually have on your team to get him on there to really understand? It's the later stages what really win you things. Obviously you get through, but that's where the tiredness really sets in, especially in them knockout rounds.
And that's just kind of let the air out of the balloon a little bit of a positive start for the second half for Real Atletico. Themselves about a couple of good chances, but didn't take them.
Yeah, they're thinking, is there any justice in the world right now? They should have scored at least one. That one that was cleared off the line. But you can't see, it's hard to see a comeback for them now. They're just, it's a tall mountain.
Ruggles outside Miram, switches play. Brett Shea is up there at the moment. And Grella. Grella's pass out to that touchline.
Come on, Grella, let's see something. Ready to see him do some skills.
I think we are at 4-0 now.
He doesn't need to.
Got to feel there's a cushion.
And I talked about mentality. Grella's a high mentality player as well. Of course, won the Supporters' Shield. But yes, the standards every day in training and things like that.
A free kick. Shea takes a tumble and
that's Palacios. Didn't I tell you he gets in trouble for tackles?
Yep.
Breck Shea's not happy with him.
No, your intuition absolutely right.
Drew Ruggles is asking him, are you okay? Well, the answer is I'm losing 4-0 and I just want to put one on someone.
Yeah.
It happens. That's why when you're winning like this, sometimes it's better to put some of the fringe members in.
Yeah, this is a tough one. They'll to lick their wounds, it looks like, at this stage, but you never know. There's time left, and of course we still play the target score time, but at this point, Real Atletico, even if it ended now, would be having to look at a situation trying to score 5 goals.
There's still some handbags in there. Junior Palacios, Drew Ruggles right now. There's a lot of back and forth between the two of them. And if I'm Ruggles, I don't really want to get into this too much, you know.
Oh, Grella, he didn't see it for a second. He's play, no, now it's a handball. Alexis De Silva's the referee. He says, didn't see anything. So Zach Knight ushers it back to Michael Stone.
Yeah, well, here's Grella on that byline, chips it up. Oh, yeah, that's a handball. See it again here. Yep, away from the body as well.
Now, meantime, the referee just brandished a yellow card.
It's getting a bit chippy, Tony. I'm a little bit concerned. There was a game last year that was similar. Aguero's team against Nani's team.
Yeah.
And red cards came out later, bad tackles.
Check whether it was Ruggles who got the card or whether it was a member of the Real Atletico team. And I think if it was one, it would have been Palacios, your friend.
I will be catching up with him after. He's a good guy off the field.
Yeah, fierce competitor on it.
Yeah.
Manu, you're going in for a break, okay? And you're sending Gordy to the left side.
João Santos out on this right-hand side, number 30, into the game, and just at the bottom of your picture at the moment. 9 minutes or so left before we go to target score time. Palacios against Grella. Mike's not giving up on that one, is he?
Interesting tackle attempt there. I saw him down to his knees at one point. But done enough.
Santos to the edge of the box, the turn, and the shot is over the top from Medrano. And it did take a touch. It'll be a corner, you'd say, from Michael Stone.
Yeah, Michael Stone does enough. The ball might have been going over. Nonetheless, I think he needs a little bit of action.
Rather wasted from the corner. That'll be a yellow card. I think I'm not quite sure what João Santos was thinking about there. Maybe he told somebody he was going to go on and get a yellow card because he stood right in front. You've got to give him 5 yards.
Yeah. Here's Greladinho.
Yeah.
It's a stacked team, man, everywhere you look.
Yep. That's the thing when the batsmen's come on. There's a Grella touch, laying it back for Pacheco. Pacheco was here last year in the tournament. He's been swept up and signed by Pat McAfee's group. I haven't seen the man himself yet. So.
That was actually clean. It looked angry, but it was clean.
It was firm from João Santos, that's for sure. And Solano brings it away, and then it'll go through to the goalkeeper. What do you think of this then?
Yeah, let's see that last tackle again. Let him know you're there. Bam. Wow, that was a strong one. It's that region of the game, though, Tony, where there's nothing to lose. If you're losing, it fills.
Sun setting, floodlights are coming on. Atmosphere's changing a little bit.
At least it's not so hot. Some of the biggest fights I've seen, Thierry Henry used to say that all the time. When the heat comes out and the sun is at its hottest point, that's when it comes out.
Yep. Yeah,
no one wants to work that extra mile.
Yeah. Too much heat brings mist.
Sorry,
but the colour of that is red mist.
Sorry to name drop.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Mijatovic runs into João Santos. Free kick, edge of the box. Comfortable moment for the man who scored this morning. Final 6 minutes. Wrexham 2 up on Bournemouth now, so a tough first day in their first year in the tournament for the team from England's South Coast. Reggae Rovers are 3-0 down at Pumas to Alabama at the moment. Borussia Dortmund leading the Drunken Monkeys, who are in danger of going over 2. Plymouth, who won this morning, are winning at the moment.
They're winning a tough game against Freedom United. That's a fit team.
Ledesma hits it, and it's deflected for a corner off that man, I think Palacios. So let's see.
Maybe they aimed it at Palacios for all the wrongdoings from early.
He's saying that's what you do sometimes. You just smash it at someone if you're angry with them. It's going to be another corner from over on that
5 minutes left until the end of regulation. Concafa SC still leads by 4-0. In the other game in Group F,
get back a little bit.
Has held their lead against AFC Bournemouth.
Randy Hurley, the man there,
2-0.
who put the ball out of play for this corner, which is swung deep and cleared. Zat Knight there, 6'6", towering in the field.
Towering centre back, Zat Knight. with that captain's armband. He looks the part, doesn't he?
Speaking of towering defenders, we've also got an eye for goal. Back down to Alexis Nunes.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tony. And I mean, Drew Ruggles is joining me. And all I have to say is a few weeks ago, I saw Eberiche score a stunning goal at Wembley. And today I saw Drew Ruggles score an absolute screamer. Talk me through that goal, man, because you don't do boring goals.
Yeah, I saw Breck had on the ball. He had time, and, I found a little pocket in the middle, checked my shoulder a couple times, and realized there was space to turn and kind of drive at it. And, most defenders don't get that chance. So when you saw the goal, I was very willing to take that shot on. So fortunate it went in.
We love defenders that have an eye for goal, definitely. But you only know final or bust now. We know exactly how Concafa managed to poach you, and it's paying off already. But what do you like playing with them, and why is it Pat McAfee's banter?
Oh, man, it's fantastic. Obviously I got a lot of guys on this team that I've played with before in the past. But, yeah, man, this group, they're coming for it this year, and that's what it's all about. So to be a part of this group and join Pat and the Arena Boys and all these guys, it's been fantastic. It's not only, we're competing and stuff, but we're also having fun and keeping it light. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great experience.
I love how you said keeping it light, because the game's getting a little tasty now, a little more physical, even though you guys are really cruising.
Yeah, that's true, but that's just natural, In these games, guys are out here. There's a prize, and so guys are going to try everything they can to win the game. It's a natural part. You don't want to see it boil over a little too much, but it does happen. I think cooler heads will prevail. People have work next week, so they want to be able to go into that, nice and easy. So yeah, it got a little tense there for a minute, but we'll handle it.
It's a competition after all. That's when the stakes are high. Final question, though. I just spoke to Pat. He says he wants about 6 goals in this one. You think you guys can pull it off?
Yeah, I think so. We're at four now. Yeah, I think we got a couple more in us for sure.
All right, so Concafa and Drew Ruggles very high with confidence, Tony.
Yes, indeed they are, Alexis, although they nearly conceded. As here's Foss winning the ball on the edge of the box. Oh, Foss, he's in. Oh, the keeper did enough to thwart him. That would have been a goal celebrated by the McAfee group.
Was the ref watching the game there? I don't know what was going on. The ref was looking the other way. He didn't see the foul.
And while we were listening to the eloquent words of Drew Ruggles, we saw Mike Stone make a save. But he got absolutely smacked in the face, and I think that they want to just check him over here. Here's the save. Watch this.
Oh, yeah. I just heard Tony Meola say, let's get him out. I think that's the right decision. And Tony, before that, Emmanuel Ledesma looked like he pulled a hamstring and came off the pitch. So that is a big story there.
Yeah, it certainly is. Well spotted. Stone reluctantly is coming out of the game, but I think that's a sensible move. That he absolutely got dinged by that, was right square on the face. He seems to be okay, but Tony Meola knows his goalkeepers, and he knows how to look after a goalkeeper, if anyone does. So Philip Ejimaru is going to come back on. He played the first half anyway.
It's funny, Drew Ruggles said that they want 6 goals. There's not a lot of time if you want 6, because target score, you could only get 1 more.
That's true. Final minute. Oh, that's a lovely turn. Lucas Fonseca, and Ejimaru makes the save from close range. Randy Hurley going close, but they just can't score, Real Atletico.
Wow, look at Miran turning back the years.
1 minute remaining.
He has looked very comfortable when he's come on the field, I tell you. Very, very good on the ball. Reminder, we go into target score time after this. We'll start with 7v7. As things stand, Concafa will need the 1 more goal, which will take them to 5. Pat McAfee's gone back out, as he did. This was the tactic in the first half. As Foss wins it, plays it to McAfee.
Give it back to Pat.
Foss is in the middle. McAfee squares it for Foss. Save! And the second attempt, maybe. Oh, McAfee delivered the assist from the right side last year. This was a comparatively simpler ball, and he laid it up nicely, and he puts it back in the box again. Final seconds of regulation time. It's a real ESPN double, this. Foss, McAfee.
That man needs more minutes, McAfee. He's had some good touches.
Porch.
He's open!
McAfee! Oh! He's placed it over! Oh, we'll replay that a few times, and we'll say, Pat, in soccer, it's got to go under the posts, not through them or over.
Hey, you prepared that one, didn't you, for Pat McAfee? If you made it up on the spot, I like it a lot, Tony.
Hey, what's the guy? I mean, he was a punter really more than a kicker. He kicked in college more.
That's a good one.
Pat. We thought we had the moment of the
first
day.
one, how unselfish was that? He passed it. He set up a sitter. And the second one, he missed the sitter.
Yeah. So we're over the 20 minutes of the second half. Oh, and Real Atletico denied by a super save. Edimado Fonseca was through. They have had some chances in this second half, you know. I mean, they could have had 3 themselves at least. But Concafa have 4. And there's a man down as well as we reach surely the end of regulation time. We do. Yeah. Well, 4-0, but entertaining stuff. But we nearly had the big moments of the day.
Oh, Pat McAfee. There's the layoff initially, and then a great chip ball. McAfee, he doesn't shoot, he passes it, and what a great save at the end. And then here's the one where Pat does shoot, gets underneath it. It's bobbling a little bit, falls over after. what a great sequence. What a great couple. Oh, my gosh.
They'll go to target score time on the other side of this break. The target scores 5. Concafa well on their way to it. They lead 4-0. See you in a couple of minutes.
The soccer tournament is presented by Adidas, the official fanwear and performance footwear partner of TST.
Welcome back. Target score time. Pat McAfee's Concafa are 4-0 up. They need just a 1 more goal. They're going to make it a 5th. He's had quite a day. He nearly scored a goal a moment ago. And his show was on site as well. And when they were on air, look at these celebrations from Drip. On air during the Pat McAfee show earlier today. As they engulfed what we're calling the McAfee end of the ground. The McAfee stage.
I like your MC.
And so he's certainly thrown everything.
I don't know what you guys are saying in there
into
the commentary. No, I am exhausted. And I will not touch the field again.
We haven't said anything bad, Pat, I promise.
Only good thing. In fact, we're impressed.
Yeah. Just need to keep his head down. You can talk about what he needed to do a little bit more than I can. But anyway, the target score then is +1 for the leading team. So it's Concafa 4-0 up. They need to get to 5. That's the target as well for Real Atletico. 7v7 is how it starts. But every 3 minutes we'll see the numbers reduced. It'll go 6v6, 5v5. We've seen a few 3-on-3s already in the games I've done today. Lloyd, have seen the numbers.
I've not had good target score ones. Mine, it's been over straight away at 7v7 or 6v6.
Yeah, well, Concafa, in fact, by this point in their game against Bournemouth, had already wrapped it up. Ledesma scored straight away about 15 seconds after the start. To get the 3-1 win, which was interesting actually because Bournemouth had scored with about the last kick of regulation time, and you just wondered
some momentum
whether the game was changing. So Ledesma put that to bed very quickly.
Oh, it's a unique style, isn't it? This target score, you still have to generate another chance, even though you're 4-0 up.
Yeah.
It's not given, you know, you've got to make it happen one more time.
And I've said this in the other games I've done today, it's the seed of doubt that you can plant, isn't it? If you just get one and you just make the other team think, oh, hang on a minute, we were supposed to just roll over this one.
I'd like Atletico to show me something in this target score period. Love to see them get one just to make it interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And as the numbers drop, that's where the game opens up. I mean, Club America made it very close against Strip. Eventually, they were beaten. Hence the celebrations. Mijatovic. There's Mike Foss, who was part of that combo play with Pat McAfee.
Oh.
And there's the mistake. And look, the keeper's way off his line.
Wow.
I think the assistant took that one.
He was ready to take whatever was in front of him there. That was alert goalkeeping. And he was taking no prisoners.
Absolutely. Target score time. McAfee's team looking for one goal. They might get it from Porch. Round the keeper, into the net, and into the round of 32 with a convincing victory. It's Concafa. And the TST star does it again to take Pat's boys through to the next round. And who knows how far this group can go in TST 2025.
My money might be on Concafa. Completely rolled over Real Atletico. Golden Fleece goes to Chad Porch. Add that to the $1 million he won last year.
He likes it here. And why not?
Yes, sir.
But he can just, turn a button. Press a button, I should say. And just go past anyone. This time he goes past the keeper, but look how fast he goes past him. And then lashes it into the back of the net. He does make this look very easy here. And they're one to watch going down the line in this tournament. That puts them through to the knockout already. 5-0.
Well, speaking of Chad Porch, $1 million goal scorer last year, a match winner right now, and he's with Alexis.
Yeah, thanks, guys. He went from being the $1 million man to the Golden Fleece man. I mean, you definitely are enjoying yourself today. What a dominant win and goal.
Yep, dominant performance. Shout out to my teammates. Yeah.
How does this win feel now? Because back-to-back really big wins now. I think people are going to start expecting final or bust from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. I mean, you come into the tournament, you got to win the first game. Won the first game, came in, won the second game. So hopefully we can do the same thing on the third game. Enter the playoffs, first seed. That's the goal. That's the objective. So,
what did you eat for breakfast today? Because you're balling out today, man.
A lot of fruit. I went to cryo. I did the same routine that I did last year. I went to cryotherapy. My cameraman here can attest to that. Right? Went to cryo, and pliables, and same routine.
All right, well, Chad, congratulations. That's how you know when you have big ballers. They have their own cameraman. So we're going to let you enjoy that celebration.
Thank you, Alexis. Well, he's the star in our camera right now, and Tony Miola and his group. Well, they look good, Lloyd.
I was just thinking that. He's a star. He's got his own cameraman. Where can we go and watch him? I need to go see that because he is balling. But Concafa, there's a look in their eye. There's a swagger about them. There's experience. They've got indoor guys. They've got real professionals. They've got everything in that team, and they've got Pat McAfee.
Well, they certainly look good. 2 wins out of 2 for them on the day. Real Atletico, they didn't get on the score sheet, but actually they had some good chances during the game. Ledesma got it all going. He's been in scoring form today. But look at some of the defending. It was Ledesma again. Ruggles was able to do a jig. Oh, but Pat missed when he had a big chance. Porch wrapped it up. A 5-0 win. Concafa on the march at TST. For Lloyd Sam, this is Tony Husband saying we'll see you again very soon.
Cheerio.